What's up? Hey, my name's Nora and welcome to my new video. Since some of you don't know a lot about me, I'm going to share with you today 3 stories from my childhood, all quite embarrassing stories. Let the embarrassing stories begin. Story number 1. When I was little, I didn't have much respect for clothing, so if you ever came over to my house when I was a little bubba, you'd most likely see a naked wild child Sam running around the house. As soon as I walk through the door, you'll just find a trail of clothing leading to outside with me running around naked. Freedom, wild child, naked baby. First day of kindy, I still hadn't learned the right or wrong places to get undressed. After the first 10 minutes of walking through the door to kindy, Sam decided she didn't want to wear clothing anymore and ran around naked. My teachers had to call up my parents and ask if they'd come down and contain a naked wild child. That was when my parents told me when I had to wear clothing and when it was an optional choice.
Say hi to my cat Spookies.
She's the one, if you have watched the other videos, that took the camera off my little stand. I have this cat. She's so big and fat and My second story, I used to sleepwalk when I was little, so they always had to stay up before, until I sleepwalk, so they knew that it was safe for them to go to sleep, knowing that I was out of harm's way. But one night, that didn't quite happen, and I was only wearing underwear, because I think this was when I was like 9 maybe? I can't really remember. And I decided to sleepwalk that night. So I took this opportunity, without realising of course, to open the front door because it wasn't locked. And I decided to walk out of my house, down my driveway, down the street. Remember, this is all just with underwear on, out in public in the middle of the night with only undies. And I'm walking the dark streets. I don't know how I was not killed. As soon as I was at the front door, I snapped awake, and then I started to panic because I realised I had pretty much no clothing on. It was the middle of the night, and I thought I was gonna die. So I went and I banged on their front door, and they didn't answer. So I went and I banged on their back door, and still didn't get an answer. Went back to the front, went back. I just kept going between the two door. Then finally, they woke up, they let me in, they gave me a jersey, they called my parents, they came and got me, and all was fine. And just sitting in the corner with jumped on the chair, and I'm just like, thank God this is over. Because I'm an idiot. Oh yeah, by the way, I was crying very dramatically throughout this whole experience. Story number 3. This one's one of the most embarrassing stories of all. Me and my sisters, we used to play a game where one of us would go on the boat, see how long we could last, and then we'd tap the boot and they'd open it and we'd get out. But I don't know if I imagined this or my sisters told me this just to take the piss, but they said, oh yeah, there's I asked, how does it open? And there's a magic button inside the boot, so if you want to open it and it gets too scary, you just push that button and it opens. I'm just like, oh! But they did not tell me that they actually opened by the lever next to the chair in the front. One day I wanted to play it, and they're like, oh no, just go play by yourself, blah blah. I'm just like, I want to play with someone. Fine then. So I went and played it by myself, thinking I'll just press the special button that opens the boot. So I'll be all fine. I'll be all good. Oh, how I was wrong. So I opened the boot, and I opened it by the lever thingy next to the chair, because I knew that was there, but I still believed in this magic button, and so I hopped in the boot, I grabbed the top of the boot, and I pulled it down, and I shut it. Whatever I had grabbed to bring it down was wires. I grabbed wires, and when I shut it, I ripped them out. And those wires, of course, were what opened the boot. So I was fucked. So I looked around for this button thinking, oh, this is so much fun. Button, where are you? And only to realize there wasn't a button. I had royally screwed myself over, so after a bit of panicking and crying later, I decided, fuck this, I'll go to sleep. I slept, I cried some more, I panicked, I yelled, I cried some more, and went back to sleep. This was it's about 4 hours I was trapped in there. And I had not realised, but while I was in that boot, my parents had realised I'd gone missing. They'd called up everyone they knew, everyone was looking all over the place to find me, like in the creeks, across the road, in the parks, everywhere they could. Knocking on doors asking if they've seen me. But yet, I wasn't that far away from home. I was still at home. It got to the point where my parents ended up calling the police because I'd been missing that long. And this is when my mum she couldn't take it anymore, so she went outside to have a cigarette. I woke up and started crying again. And Mum heard me. She went to my dad. She's like, I can hear Sam. He's like, what are you on about? He's like, I can hear her. She's somewhere around the house. And then eventually they pinpointed that I was in the boot. They tried the lever, realised that it wasn't working, and so they had to get a crowbar. And here's my reenactment of what happened with a YouTuber named Crystal Sarah playing my mother.
My baby's stuck in the boot! Gotta open it! My baby's stuck in the boot! Yay. My baby!
Thank you for watching my videos, and if you like this video and wish to see more in the future, click that like button and subscribe if you're new, and I hope you enjoy my videos in the future. Bye!